everyone, welcome to the video. Today I just hopped on to show you some of my adult colouring pages that I have recently finished. I've not done a video like this before because I've only recently got into adult colouring a couple of months ago, but I've already been busy completing pages. I've got 4 books now and I share a few with my partner as well, so there's plenty of pages for me to choose from. So let's get started. The first page I'm going to show you today is one that I've literally finished about 10 minutes ago. It's by Jade Summer, the Norse mythology book. I actually use the PDF version and print my own on some thicker paper, but they're the same pictures. That's in fact the one on the front cover. I just print my own because it's slightly better quality paper and ink. So this is Valkyrie, the Norse goddess. I've used coloured pencils for this and a bit of gold gel pen on her wings. I'm not sure. Oh, you can see it shining, you can. So yeah, she was really fun to colour. I didn't think pictures like this would be my sort of style, but I actually had a really good time colouring her in. That's the first one. We move on to Animal Odyssey, colouring from the Familiar to the Fantastic by Chris Garver. I've done a few pages in here, some I'm happy with, some I'm not. This is the pig that I did. This was before I got my full set of pencils, so that's how new I am. This was, this was using coloured pencils, but they weren't really a brand. They were just all sorts of pencils that I found when I was colouring it in. My inspiration for this one, I don't know if everyone knows it, but there's sort of pottery you get and it's white china, and then on it is all kinds of blue flowers. So as soon as I saw this picture in here, I just thought of that and thought, oh, I'm going to copy him like that. But I did try and make him a bit of a realistic pig colour. But this was only the second picture I ever coloured in the adult colouring world, so it's not quite up to scratch. I didn't have my blender pencil, but I was really pleased with it at the time. Here we move on to this butterfly. This one is one I'm not so happy with. I really like the butterfly itself, especially the eyes and where he kind of looks like he's burnt a bit, but the background really didn't go how I wanted it to go. The moon and the stars look really awful, and everything just looks really smudgy, and that wasn't really what I was hoping to go for. But the main butterfly is fine, so I stuck with it. And there's a few, I don't think, oh, they do show up. There's like dots of gel pen around the edge, kind of looking like a magical trail for the butterfly. That was again just coloured pencils, mainly Crayola. There is another one in here. Oh, here we are. This is an elephant, obviously, from the same book. This was the first page I did in an adult colouring book, so the shading is really quite dodgy and there's no blending going on, but it was my first go, and for a first go I was pretty happy. These are just W.H. Smith own brand pencils, nothing special. You can get 36 I think for £7, and they're actually really decent pencils. And yeah, so that was my first one, and it just started this whole thing off really. So that's it from the Chris Garver book. Next up is Romantic Country. Now, as soon as I started looking at YouTube videos of adult colouring, I saw Romantic Country and I just had to have it. I am waiting on the other 2 for my birthday, fingers crossed, in September. But this one I had to treat myself to because I just fell in love and I needed them. So this is the first page I coloured in here. It's the Apartment of Flower Lovers, I believe it says, Apartments of Flower Lovers in the back. And this one here is from Manon's apartment, the lady that has the flower stall, if you know these books. So this was me getting used to shading and the style of the book, and The colours don't show up particularly well on the camera because it's quite a gloomy day here in the UK, but I was really pleased with how I did the shading on the shutters. That came out quite well, and the bricks. It was my first try at bricks. So yeah, for a first go again, I was pretty happy with it. Flower pots, all of that. Took me ages and ages and ages, hours and hours went into this page, but I loved every minute of it. Next page in here is this castle. This is the title page for chapter 2, Stories of Castles. A little grey bird up there. I was inspired for this one by a picture I saw on Pinterest, but I couldn't find who it actually belonged to. So if anyone knows, then I'd happily credit them, but we'll just go with that for now. I loved the idea that the person had used of doing the glow around it, and sort of to show that the castle was glowing at night with all its lights, and that it all reflects on the trees. This was again done with Crayola pencils, probably entirely, and it actually didn't take me as long as I thought it was going to. The castle came out quite fast, and I spent a lot longer on the roses than anything else on this page. Used a lot of inspiration from online of people doing roses, and went for blue because it just matched the colour of the roof and the sky and made it look really pretty. This is the page I'm working on at the moment. It's the title page for chapter 4, A Town Where Genial People Live. When I received the book, within about 10 minutes of it coming through my letterbox, I was colouring this page. So this was not really a whole page, but this is the first thing I ever coloured in Romantic Country. I started off with the bush and then the flower bags and the basket and stuff, and that just started a whole obsession with this book. And so this, I've come back to kind of finish off this scene. So this is what I'm working on at the moment. The cart came out really well, I think. It looks really weathered looking. It's kind of the effect I was going for. The bags for Pauline's Bakery, and the potatoes and the grapes and the apples. Kind of an autumn cart. I was going to make this one. And then the last thing I've done in here, if I can find it, which I apparently cannot. Oh, here it is this dress, this country lady's dress outfit thing, and a little bit on the basket. This is what I need to finish off, actually, the basket and trousers and the shawl. So I just wanted to do the shirt green and then a brown dress, really country, oldie, worldy style. And she's got some pink feathers in her hat, green ribbon, and her brown boots, and I tried to make them look scuffed as well because, you know, she probably doesn't have a lot of money to buy new boots all the time. She's working in the fields, they're going to get scuffed. So, sorry if the camera wobbles, I do keep bumping it with my chair. That's what I was trying to go for with this one. That's Romantic Country, the first tale. And then the last book for this video is Millie Marotta's Beautiful Birds and Treetop Treasures. Treetop Treasures, if I can say it properly. In this one, this was the second adult colouring book I got and started in. What have I done here? Oh, I started with this budgie Budgerigar. I wanted to go for kind of traditional budgie colours in this one because you think of budgie and you think yellow, green, black. This is it. I used a lot of inspiration online looking at various pictures of budgies, and yeah, this was my first go in this book, and I'm quite happy with it. It could have gone better, I'm not going to lie, but I'm not disappointed, if you see what I mean. The other budgies in this I'm probably going to do in different variations, so you can get blue budgies, purple budgies, pink budgies, probably have them all different colours, a rainbow of budgies. So that's that one. This is one I'm working on at the moment. These are silver-eared Messiah birds, I believe. I've been looking them up. This is the male bird. He's got red on his bottom and red on his wing, but the female bird has red on her wing and orange on her bottom. So I've not done that bit yet. I'm trying to colour them realistically because I'm a real stickler for realism. I can't bear rainbow coloured things. That's just my personal choice. I respect people that do beautiful rainbow birds. This one, I was really upset with how the background came out. It was my first go at backgrounds. The colours didn't blend, I got my greens the wrong way round, or it just didn't go to plan, it just didn't. And I was really hoping that when I did the vines and the birds, you'd kind of lose the dead straight lines of background. So I'm still hoping that, but it's going to be one of those things that when I look back, it's just going to bother me. So that's that one. And then the last picture for this video and the last picture in this book is a very recent finish of the 7-spot ladybird mandala thing. This one I really enjoyed colouring, and I'm really happy with how it came out actually, which is a rare thing for me. I don't usually do being happy with my work, I'm usually a real criticist of it. But yeah, this one I'm really happy with. I like how the shading came out on his wings and how he kind of glows. All the different greens, I used so many greens in this, and just experimenting to make all the leaves a different colour just made me so happy. And also the way the light strikes out from the middle and it just gets darker on the edge, I just really like it. So yeah, that's what I have been colouring. This is just something I've marked off to colour soon. I know I said I like realism, but this one I really want to try and do a galaxy themed kind of creature. I think he's a bush baby or an eye. I should know this, I'm an animal care student, but it doesn't matter. I want to do him with galaxies in his eyes and then make him all pinks and purples and dark blues. Whether I'll pull that off, I don't know. I'm sure I'll be watching a lot of tutorials before I try, but that's that, and hopefully I'll have another video soon with lots more colourings for you. Coloured pages, not colourings. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun colouring your own pictures. Bye for now.